Trying to find an entry-level job in 2024 is hopeless. It is an act in utter futility. I mean, entry-level jobs pretty much just don't exist anymore. You can maybe find some. Whoever's listening to this, I encourage you right now, pause this video, go to Indeed.com or Glassdoor or LinkedIn, whatever job website you use, and do a search for entry-level jobs in your field. Whatever your field is, you're not going to find much. You will not find much. There's just hardly any job openings out there. It's crazy. And, these entry-level jobs, the ones that are out there, they want you to have an extensive knowledge, a multitude of specific skills with specific softwares, frameworks, programming languages, etc. And, that's all specific for computer science or programming type jobs. But, for whatever the job is, I'm sure it's the same kind of deal. They want you to have all this experience where what happened to, what was the point of college? What is the point of this college degree I have? What is the point of these 2 college degrees I have? Because I have a master's degree. And it's just like, it's like all that experience you got from your classes, it just means nothing. I mean, it's like we were all told a lie, right? I thought that my college degree would be enough to help me land a good job, especially getting a, what is considered to be a good degree, especially getting 2 of them. And it's just a lie. It's a great big lie that we've all been told. Because the reality is you can't just have a college degree. And it's a little bit different in certain fields, but in software development, you cannot just have a college degree. You must have the degree, and you must have multiple relevant personal projects on your resume. You've got to spend your own time. You've got to spend hours upon hours of your own time doing your own personal projects to fill out your resume. And it's especially frustrating because these can't just be small little projects. You have to do meaningful projects, multiple meaningful personal projects on your own time to fill out your resume, or you're not getting an interview. You just will not get an interview. It's completely demoralizing, frustrating. And it wasn't always like this because it used to be that a place would hire a person fresh out of college just like with the understanding that they're gonna have to train you to get you up to speed, which is what entry level is supposed to be. You hire somebody that's, they've got the education, they've got the qualifications, but there's, a bit of domain specific knowledge that they need to be caught up on. And that's why you hire them for an entry level job and then you train them on the job. And then slowly over time, hopefully they can become an expert and be extremely productive in the workplace. But they don't do it like that anymore because now you're expected to train yourself before you get the interview. They don't train you on the job. You're expected to already know all this stuff. You train yourself. And this isn't stuff you learn in college. For the most part, you're not learning this stuff in college. Okay? So it's just so frustrating. Companies are just not willing to expend any amount of resources in training their employees. Employers will not train their own employees. They don't do that anymore. And man, I'm convinced that entry-level programming jobs just actually don't exist anymore. Even the ones that have job openings, I think they're doing it for tax purposes or, they want to promote someone internally so they have a company policy where they have to at least reach out for external candidates at some point to prove they're not racist or something. So the few entry-level programming jobs you see ads for, that's all that is. I don't think those are real jobs because Lord knows they're not calling me back. And I've applied to pretty much all of them out there. And not just in my area. I apply to jobs all over the country and remote jobs as well. But yeah, the reason I'm convinced that these entry-level programming jobs actually don't exist is because they just have no need for it at this point. I think they stopped hiring entry-level programmers maybe about like 5 to 10 years ago. And now all the programmers that they already have just use AI to be 10 times as productive. So they don't even need to hire new workers, because at this point, ChatGPT, Bing AI, Microsoft Copilot, these AIs can actually do the work of an entry-level programmer. I've checked into it. They can do it. They can do it as well or better than your average entry-level programmer. So all you need is one senior level programmer, and he can easily, using AI, do the work of 10 entry-level programmers. And that is not an exaggeration. That is the fact of the matter. That's how it is. And again, it's not just that these AI tools can do the job of an entry-level programmer as good as they can do it better. The AI will do it better. They write the code better in most cases. I've checked it out. That's how it is. That's how it really is. And they used to say that programming, writing code, that would be the job field, the career path most resistant to all this AI stuff and emerging technologies. And look where we're at now. It sure as hell isn't. And I mean, I don't know, maybe it is more resistant than some, because it's certainly not just programming that AI is able to easily replace. AI can easily replace, let's list some. Graphic designers, that's easy. AI can easily replace graphic designers. UI, UX designers, that's user interface, user experience designers. Easily AI replaces that. Pretty much all art professions are doomed to be rendered obsolete by AI. We've already got some pretty convincing AI music. I'm sure y'all all heard that one Drake song that wasn't actually Drake. And people meme about AI writing being obvious that it's written by AI, but look, it only gets better and it improves rapidly. It's improved rapidly even since it first came out a couple years ago or whatever. So just imagine 10, 20 years from now. It's over for any kind of art profession, any kind of writing profession, not only creative writing, technical writing too. And there's a lot of people doing that. Legal writing, that's another one. Anything that involves writing at all, AI is replacing it. AI is already at the point where it can replace it. Just picture 10 years from now. It'll be doing, one person typing prompts into AI can do the jobs of 100 people probably. And I mean, eventually every single form of art will be dominated by AI artists. Or like I've kind of alluded to, what we'll actually more likely see is a very select few of real life artists utilizing AI to dominate the market as a multitude of artists. So think about it like this. Imagine if there's one old record executive guy and he's able to simultaneously be Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Taylor Swift, fucking Led Zeppelin, and Ed Sheeran all simultaneously. One guy can be all those artists plus dozens more. That is the true reality of AI. That's how AI already is. I mean, I think the technology is already out there. They're just not utilizing it to its full extent. Well, just wait. It's gonna happen, obviously. It's not just art. It's not just programming. It's literally everything. AI can replace every single job. Look at self-driving cars and trucks. The technology isn't perfect right now, but it does already exist to some extent. So, I mean, yeah, it's only a matter of time before there are no human truck drivers, no human taxi drivers, no human bus drivers, no human garbage truck drivers, no human delivery drivers, etc. There's a whole lot of people that drive for their career, and that's done. Give it 20 more years tops. It's over. The police can be AI. The police can absolutely be AI, especially on the back end, detective work and stuff that isn't, immediately responding to calls. All off police office work, detective work, AI, easily. Manufacturing, easily automated, every single aspect of it. To the actual manufacturing, to the management of the workers, to being the actual workers, it's over for humanity when it comes to getting jobs. What is this gonna do to the economy? Older people are fine because they've got the jobs already. They're gonna let them ride it out and retire, most of them. But for us younger people, and especially for the generation younger than me, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, I'm a millennial and most people my age are already set in their career. Lucky them. There are a few stragglers left over like me that are going down with Gen Z and Gen Alpha, but man, it is what it is. I don't know what to do at this point. I complain a lot, but what can I do but complain? I don't have a solution. AI is ruining the chances I have of finding a job. It really is any job, any career you can think of. Business and administration stuff. People think that jobs like actuaries, accountants, salespeople, managers, stuff like that can't be replaced by AI. You know, these things require the human touch. There's a personal touch to it. You could not be more wrong. You could not be more wrong. AI can give the perfect sales pitch every single time. If it's over the phone, which the majority of sales-related work is, you wouldn't even know you're talking to an AI. And in industries that typically utilize in-person salesmen for the sake of personal touch and all that, like car salesmen, traveling, tech sales, that kind of thing, I mean, it's not like we're that far away from having nearly identical human-like androids. So yeah, I admit that professions that depend on the human touch will have greater longevity, of course, but even that's gonna be replaced. 30 to 50 years tops, we'll have completely human-like humanoid androids. It's gonna happen. And the AI, the mental part of the AI, is already fucking there, pretty much. So, I mean, what can you even say? What can you even say at this point? What can you even do? It's no longer a matter of trying to find a way to make my resume stand out, because it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. They don't want me. The job postings I apply to aren't even real in the first place. These are fake job postings. I'm convinced. There are no entry-level jobs. They do not exist. They don't exist. So, yeah. So then that leaves us here with someone like me and an entire younger generation of guys that have this same problem I have right here. What can we possibly do? It's over for us. What can I do right now? Nothing. I can just lay down and rot, I guess. I thought YouTube could be my ticket out, but no. I mean, look at the state of YouTube. That's another one I didn't think of. Look at the amount of thumbnails made by AI, scripts written by AI. The voice is AI in some videos, and sometimes now it's hard to tell that it's AI. Sometimes it is difficult to tell. I don't even know, man. It's doomed. We are destined for economic collapse. When I was younger, when I was dreaming of AI in the future, when I was a kid, I didn't think it'd be bad. But AI has ended up being not good for the economy. How can something that increases productivity across every industry, across the board, how is that bad for the economy? How is it being utilized in such a way that it's horrible for the economy, for the average person? It really shouldn't be like that. It really shouldn't.